I'm not attracted to my husband. 55,000 likes. Imagine getting on the internet saying, hey, my husband's ugly, but hey, he does what I want.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So this woman is on the internet talking about how when she met her now husband that she wasn't attracted to him at all, that it took her a couple of days for her to warm up to him and realize that this is the person she needs in her life. And she wanted to talk about how his character and the way he treats him made her feel safe was what was attractive to her, not his physical look. That she normally goes for light-skinned dudes and all that, but her now husband is dark, not something she would typically go for. And this has struck an entire conversation because now she's encouraging women to look beyond the physical look and go for how the man treats you and how the man provides for you. And this has struck a whole conversation because some people are saying that, oh, she's with her husband because of what her husband can give her, not because she genuinely loves her husband or is attracted to her husband. And for me, I have like an unpopular opinion about this, my own thought later on. But yeah, let's go check out our video, people's response to it. And also, I want to know your own response down in the comment section. So go on and share that. So let's go check out this video and then we'll come back and talk more.
Wait. Okay, so I've been seeing this a lot with Clarence and Queen, but it's genuinely true. Like, you cannot date your type. If you are constantly dating your type and it ain't working out, girl, check them DMs. Look at his picture. If it's like, that's the one. I'm telling you, baby. When I met my boyfriend, who's my husband now, he'd even tell you, baby, it took me a little minute to, you know what I'm saying? You know? It took me about 2 days to start liking him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being for real. About 2 days, okay? Because I was so used to, like, talking to light-skinned boys or just talking to boys who were more worried about their self, right? I done met a roughneck country bumpkin who would do everything for me, and I almost passed him up because he was dark-skinned. A little rough. Oh, y'all, when I tell you I would have been out here working 3 jobs, I was with him. I'm telling you right now. They're going to have you out here working 3 jobs just to fulfill what they need in their purpose in life. Baby, my man ain't never told me to go get no job. When he came to see me and he told my mom and them, he said, no, I want to take her so I can take care of her. I got this. My daddy handed me over so freely because he said, oh, okay. Because his actions had already shown who he was. I'm telling y'all, this man learned I was a vegetarian then when he met me. This man learned everything that I like to eat. I got out of practice one day, out of basketball practice. I was so tired, so hungry. I went to go see him while he pulled out my favorite. I'm telling you, if he wanted to, he would. That's why I be looking at people like, girl, my man Ben showed me who he was in 2011. I ain't never letting go. I ain't never letting go. This is us. When I tell you I'm never letting go, because he ain't never letting me go. And when you got somebody that ain't never letting you go because you ain't never letting them go, baby, get out of here. I'm just saying, for real though, like, y'all please stop dating like that. Like, it's kind of like a fairy tale. Seriously. Why are you dating somebody that is like as beautiful as you are? Let that with you. I'm just saying, I'm sorry, whatever. But I ain't even gonna lie, girl, after them 2 days, that 48 hours, baby, he had me so dipped. My doggone nose was so wide open. I had just knew I loved that man and he loved me too. I ain't even lying, we fell in love so quick, like so fast. And when I tell you he's so fine to me, like I will lick. My husband is so fine to me. I'm telling you.
Some of you ain't know I've been married for the past 5 years, and I'll be honest, I was not attracted to my wife when I first met her. She was not my speed. She's like the complete opposite of who I normally go after, but I just decided to give her a chance. Like I said, once again, she was not my type. She was not that attractive to me. But there was just something about her. I met her. We talked for a couple days. We hung out. She seemed very supportive. So I'm like, why not? I mean, you're not my type, but I'm going to give you a chance because I normally go for this type. And then after a while, she just grew on me. Her looks grew on me in about the 48, 72 hour mark in the sense of I think I can do this. What I'm trying to get at is just because you're not attracted to someone does not mean you don't give them a chance. Now, some of you are infuriated with me right now talking about why do I need to embarrass my wife like that? Why do I need to talk about her looks when I can just talk about the positives and not embarrass her on the internet? So why are you mad at me trying to hold me accountable for the words that I'm saying, but you not in her comment section talking about, girl, you wouldn't need to embarrass that man on the internet like that? Okay.
I'm not attracted to my husband. 55,000 likes. Remember a few months ago we was on here talking about a lot of y'all are Travis Hunter? Well, a lot of y'all are Travis Hunter. Imagine getting on the internet saying, hey, my husband's ugly, but hey, he does what I want. They were sitting here in the comments talking about yeah, it took me a few months to start liking my husband, a few years to start liking my husband. My type of man was doing me wrong. They were just toxic. They weren't treating me right. They're basically in the comments talking about hey, I settled. It's tough out here, but we hear about these type of guys getting done wrong all the time. They end up getting cheated on, right? The only reason they like those kind of dudes is because they're going above and beyond. They're basically being super thirsty to get her. Meanwhile, her type is just like, I don't really like you like that. Or you just cool. But there's nothing wrong with going to the dude that is actually treating you right. There's nothing wrong with that. But when you're not attracted to him physically, you're doing him wrong. We all know physical attraction plays a part. It's not everything, but it is something. This is the exact reason why I hear men all the time talking about hey man, I'm 10, 15, or 20 years into my marriage and she barely wants to give me some. We only have intercourse every 5 months.
What do they like?
They be dry, bro. You will know how physically attracted she is to you early on, not 4 to 5 months later, but you will know instantly. No bullshit.
It's genuinely true. Like, you cannot date your type. If you are constantly dating your type and it ain't working out, girl.
And I agree. Not 100%, but I agree. Most of the time, people look at certain people they're attracted to and they're not even in their wheelhouse. Most people are attracted to something they probably could never have. Now, there are a couple lucky women that get their physical type and the emotional and spiritual and loving man all wrapped in one. But 9 times out of 10, that shit is not going to happen. I am more attracted to a man and how he treats me than his physical appearance. I am attracted to how a man makes me feel more than his physical appearance. You don't have to be 100% my type in order for me to be attracted to you. Because with some women, attraction goes beyond the physicalness. That's why you see a lot of big men or men that are not fully in shape with fine ass, slim women with fat asses and nice, beautiful faces with long hair down their back. And you be trying to figure out how the he get her. He treated her well. He listened to her. He's emotionally stable. He is giving and loving and affectionate. That's why a lot of women say, oh, I don't mind a man having a dad bod. My man got a dad bod. He also has beautiful eyes and full ass lips with a bald head and a goatee. I can work with that shit. But men are different. A lot of men only think with that down there. So the woman they date have to be fully their type or they can't even get to it. So a lot of them miss out on their blessings because they end up with a superficial woman who only wants them for certain things. And that woman may not even see that man as their type, but they're offering something else for them. Women, there are a lot of men that may not be your full physical type, but they're willing to treat you like 100% of a queen. The ones that be in the gym 24/7. They more worried about their physical appearance than how they actually treat you. Disclaimer, this is not all men. Like how y'all like to tussle in the comments.
Problem is that we don't call women weirdos more often when they make weirdo behaviors, like this colorist take of her basically saying that this dark-skinned roughneck guy doesn't care about his appearance, but I love him because he pays for all the bills. Meaning that you don't love him, you love what he does. You love what you get out of it. You enjoy what he provides, but you don't love that man. Okay? And if that man does not know that, I feel for him. If that man does know that, you are a sad man and you need to pick yourself up and have more self-respect. Because I could never, in all good graces, allow my partner to be on the internet talking about me in that way. Having this colorist take of saying that, oh, I'm so used to a light-skinned dude. It took me about 2 days to start liking him. Please, go build a bear. Don't go build a bear. Don't build your love for me or build your like for me or build your attraction for me. If you're not attracted to me from day one, we don't got to talk no more. We don't got to interact no more. Just cut me off and let me go. You don't got to force yourself to be here and then enjoy being here because I'm willing to give you 100% and you willing to give me 60. No, Stink. I need 100. If I can't get 100, I don't want it. If, you know what I'm saying? If that purr ain't got a heartbeat on it for me, I don't want it. I don't want it. If you're not kissing me sensually, passionately when you see me, I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm going to say this just like this. The people who are in the comment section who are saying, oh, women find different things attractive about it. No. She was talking about that man's skin color and what he can provide. That is no attribute that you can find attractive about that. You're saying that him being dark skinned is a negative thing. You're saying that the reason why you're with him is because he give you things. That's a nasty take. And whatever she was trying to convey, the message was lost, and never recovered. Okay? I'm going to leave it as that. I really want y'all to call these women weirdos more often.
Okay, so I see all this discourse. This girl talking about how she was never attracted to her husband. This man also talking about how he was never attracted to his wife. And I'm here to give my 2 cents. But let me just give this disclaimer. This is the reason why people cannot share their stories and do not want to tell you their business here on this internet. Y'all be asking for, oh, how did you know he was the one? How did you know she was the one? And when people tell you, y'all be trying to like police people's stories. Y'all don't want the truth. You want a fairy tale. You want us to lie about how it all went down. And the truth is that love is really not all about diamonds, roses, let me take you out for wine, dinner, all that stuff. Like sometimes it's in the nitty gritty. Sometimes it's a little bit like rough and tough. I also was not attracted to my husband at all. Like he was the last person on earth I ever thought I was gonna end up with. Actually, he was not even on the list. Like absolutely did not think that he was a possibility. Didn't even consider him at all. My husband is bald. I love a man with hair. My husband is dark skinned. I love a black man, but I did not think that I was gonna be marrying somebody that was that dark. I love a man with abs. My husband does not have abs. He's not chunky, but he just does not have abs. And mind you, my husband is not ugly. My husband is hot. Other women will tell you so. He is not an ugly guy. However, to me, based on my standards, and not my standards, but my preferences on what I thought was cute, because I love the thug. I wanted a man that was rough and tough, loved sports, had abs, had a cool vibe, dressed a specific way. Badman was not good for me. Badman was not it for me. Okay? Badman give bun. Number 1. Okay? Badman go find other Oman. Like, that's not what I wanted, but that was what I was going for. I promise you that if I hadn't gone through the heartbreak that I went through before I met my husband, I probably would not have been in the place to be able to receive and accept and see that my husband was exactly who I needed to be with. Because I was so caught up on a man that looked a certain way, had a specific type of education, had a specific type of finance and financial mindset. Like, it was a lot of things. And I'm not saying that you should ever settle and that you shouldn't have high standards, high realistic standards. That is not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is a lot of y'all love the big bag thug Tupac type. Even y'all in the church, and they ain't saved. They don't pray, they don't fast, they don't talk to God, they can't even bring you to the throne of grace, they can't even cook a meal, they can't scrub a toilet. What are we really doing? You keep getting hurt, you keep getting heartbreak and all of these things, and you're wondering, God, where is he? Why is he not coming? Where's the man that you promised me? Yada yada yada. And you're not willing to let go off of your standard and what you have put, the expectations you put up in your mind about what this man's supposed to look like and what your life is supposed to look like, for God to literally bring the right person in front of your face and for you to accept that and go along with that. What it is, not everybody is attracted to their spouse from day one. Some people do have that story and other people do not have that story. And oftentimes what is best for you does not look like what you think it does, because a lot of our expectations and our standards as a society are based on what we have been fed by the media, by other people who have higher social statuses, who have money, etc., etc. Let me tell you something, girl, lean in real close. Let me tell you something. If you meet a man who is good, a good person, who loves the Lord, who treats you well, who will provide for you and with you, who will work. You guys can come to a common ground about how that's supposed to look like for you guys. That is the type of person that you want to be with. You do not want to be with somebody who looks good on the outside and is no good on the inside. You do not want that, I promise you. On the flip side of that, you do want to make sure that you're attracted to the person. So give yourself time. Give yourself time to know the person. That's why I really think this conversation really should stem from is not, don't be so focused on trying to get a man, trying to get a woman that you hop into anything and you try to almost like predetermine if it's going to work or if it's not going to work. A lot of us need to really grasp the concept of dating and taking your time. Stop trying to rush through the process and just get to know somebody. Regardless of what they look like, regardless of what's on the outside, get to know them, because oftentimes attraction actually happens based on who the individual is. And you may not like how they look, they may not have fit what you thought, you know, your person should look like and all of that other stuff. But maybe when you get to know them, you'll start to realize that who you actually want, the character of the person that you actually want, is being fulfilled by this person who doesn't look like on the outside who you think they should look like. So I don't know if you want to take the wisdom or not, but that's just my 2 cents to the whole situation. Don't knock nobody's story, okay? It's not always going to be Cinderella. It's not always going to be, not Cinderella, but like what I'm trying to say, it's not always going to be like a princess thing. Oh, my childhood sweetheart. Oh, from day one, I couldn't live without him. I couldn't live without her. She was the hottest thing. He was the hottest thing. Next to sliced bread. Like, no. Sometimes it's going to be that one that you just is not your type. Like, they're just not cute from the outside at first. And then you get to know them. And they become genuinely like the sweetest thing ever, the hottest thing, the sexiest thing to you ever. Trust me. Yeah. So anyways, that's just my 2 cents.
Please go on in this comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this discourse down in the comment section. Let me know if you think that being attracted to the man is more important than his character. Like first attraction is more important than his character. Go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think. But as always, keep it respectful. You're on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thought. So yeah, it's my own thought on this. And I get the discourse where most of the men are coming out to say, oh, she's not attracted to her husband and all that and all that. I personally am of the opinion, you guys know how I feel about, okay, I believe everybody deserves a healthy relationship, but I am of the opinion that look beyond the physical attraction of anybody. There are some people that are physically attractive and fits the society standard of beauty, but it's not. And then one thing again that we need to realize and identify as women is that, and I'm going to share my story too, is that as a young woman growing up, there's a stereotype that was fed in my head that is the ideal man, which is, oh, a dark, tall, handsome, have so much money and all that. And a lot of the time, people don't tell you what comes with it. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with having a tall, dark, no. But when you find a man that treats you like a queen, and this is where I feel like some people get it wrong when it comes to relationship. They find a man that treats them like a queen, a man that really wants to be with them, a man that would do anything, even though some of them can be manipulative about it. But if you find a man that is willing to go that extra mile for you, because most men will not, okay, and he genuinely cares about you, it's more important than the physical attraction. One thing I've come to realize about physical attraction, because people are like, oh, you have to be physically attracted to your partner or else it will not work. I feel like it's who the person is on the inside is more important. You see, physical attraction changes over time. The way I look now, that was not how I looked 10, 11 years ago. So what if my physical attraction that I had the first time was what really drew the thing close, and then before I start looking into behavior and all that. If physical attraction comes first before how it treats you, then there might be an issue in front where it's telling you that you're too fat, you're too this now, you're too this now. Not saying that you don't have to be attracted to the person or sexually attracted to the person, but the way the person treats you is way more important than anything. Even when it comes to friendship, it's way more. A lot of people usually just falls with the idea of being with certain people rather than the reality and the fact of being with certain people. And yes, people want to guilt trip you and say, oh, it's because of what he can do for you. That's why you love him. That's why you're with him. And what is wrong with that? What is wrong with somebody that is treating you the way you want to be treated, that is loving you the way you want to be loved, that gets your love language, that gets you? And what is wrong with that? I don't understand why people are trying to guilt trip people for loving people beyond the physical attraction. What's wrong with that? And it, for me, is that it can take time for you to love somebody. Okay, let me tell you, like as a young girl growing up, I've always been fed with the tall, dark, and handsome and all that and all that. And the truth is that yes, myself and my husband we met when we were really, really young and all that. But I met a couple of guys and I saw how they were treating me. Myself and my husband, we were really cool friends for a while. And I saw how he treated me. For me, that was even the attraction that even started it. My husband is, if you see my husband and myself, we look more like siblings because we have the same stature, really petite, small face, and all that. And in terms of physicality, as a young girl, that was not my preference. And there's difference between having a preference, which a lot of times has been sold to us as young girls. We look at the what is in Hollywood, what is sold in the magazine, and then forget the character and how this person treats you. So for me, I don't really see anything wrong with what she said. The only thing I saw with what, or the only thing I kind of picked on what she said was wrong was in terms of the color of the skin, where she really emphasized on the color of the skin, that because it was dark skin. For me, that's a colorist statement, and the reality is that this is something that it's very prominent in the black community. It's not something that we should like, oh, kumaya, kumaya. It's something that a lot of people will not be with a dark skinned person, a dark skinned woman, a dark skinned man, just for the fact that they are dark skinned. Whether they have the best character, whether they love them and treat them right, but because of the fact that they are dark skinned. In fact, you guys let me know if you guys want me to do designer baby. There are some people that are intentionally going out of their race so that they don't have dark kids. There are some black people, black men, black women that are intentionally being with white men, Arab men, anything other than black men or black women, so that they don't want anything dark skin. And whether we want to admit it or not, dark skin, light skin, they are privileged, that are attached to light skin. So that's the only thing I saw wrong with her, because she's a black woman talking about how she normally will go for a light skin black man. I understand that is her preference, but that's also where colorism is like sitting and just crossing the leg and say, mm-hmm. And whether we want to admit or ignore it, colorism has run deep in the black community and the black culture. There's a lot of colorism there, and it is what it is. And there are a lot of women that will not touch a guy that is dark. There's a lot of men that will not touch a woman that is dark. And it is what it is. Okay. I don't see anything wrong with what she said, talking about go for somebody's character and how the person treats you more than their physical look, because a lot of the time the physical look may not be what you want and all that. Then lastly, before I go, is that sometimes when we talk about physical people we're attracted to, it could be a trauma response, it could be a details response, it could be a self-hate response to who you are. So you're attracted to what you don't want to be and all that. And that does not mean it. And this is why we always talk about here about doing the work, doing the healing, so that you're seeing people for who they really are. Like you're in a clear state of mind where you're seeing people and you know the energy and what you are attracted to or not. So it's there's really nothing wrong with that. Anyway, guys, I really want to know you guys' take on this conversation down in the comment section. But as always, keep it respectful. You're on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a very respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thoughts, okay? Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversation. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push up my content for more people to see, and that'll be you supporting this channel and this guy. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to this channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.